Hey there, it's Crafty Jennabug. Welcome to another installation in my February junk journal series. Still having a lot of fun with this. I'm still feeling challenged, which I really like. And so, yeah, without further ado, I think I have an idea. I'm not sure where I want to put it yet, so I'm going to do a little flipping to see. I think this is the page right here. And what I want to do is I have some scrap cuts of paper from when I was making the signatures. And I want to make a little notepad. And actually that I think is the perfect height. So I'm going to cut all of these or tear them to roughly this size. And then make a little notepad with some staples and maybe some washi tape over the top. And I'll be right back. All right, I've got this figured out. This is gonna go here. And in the meantime, I want to decorate this background a little bit more. So, the back of this page is sprayed with the distress spray. And I'm cool with that. And then I'm going to take this and cover that up. And then I will just took the fired brick and picked raspberry. Just to give it a little bit more color. And I love what those are looking like. And it's really not going to impact this side. And even if it did, it's okay because I'm putting a pocket here eventually. I have a plan for that page too. Oh man, that looks so good. Anyhow. Gonna let that dry. Okay, while that dries, I'm going to decorate these a little bit with stamps. Nothing crazy, but over the top of this, when I glue it down to the page, I'm going to put some of this lace to hide the staples a bit. I think it looks gorgeous. But in the meantime, I'm going to use some of this permanent black soot ink. So I've got love, I love you, some hearts, a jar full of hearts, and that. And then I also have, so my idea for this page is, this is going to go here, the ribbon's going to go across the top, and then I have this heart I cut out of a piece of cardstock. And I'm going to affix it with a brad down here so that it can spin and hold these from flopping up. And then I'm going to put a pocket on the other side to hide the brad. But I want it to say something. And my idea was originally love letters, but I have these two cute stamps that I'm going to use instead. Oh my goodness, that is adorable. Yes. And now I am going to glue this down with some tacky glue. That goes there. Lovely. And I need to figure out, I want it to go like here. I want it to be high enough that I can put the pocket over it and not end up gluing the brad. So I want it to be about there and there. I love it. I've got to let these dry before I flip over to the other page, but in the meantime, this is how this works. You just slip it over, and then you can flip through and write, and then to keep them from flapping up when you turn the pages. Adorable. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna let this glue dry and we'll be back. All right, that is dry. I love it. Cute little journaling space, little love notes. Awesome. And then my little thing to keep it in place. I'm going to flip this over and work on this page. I think I've got this little bit of scrap paper, and I'm going to just glue it down to make a pocket. I think I want to put some lace on the top. I think I'm going to sew some lace across it and maybe add some stitching around the edges. So I'll be back. All right, that's what it looks like when it's sewed on. I folded it over a little bit and I did a little bit of a zigzag down here. I'm just gonna glue that on with some tacky glue. And I've got a little bit of it sticking out on the side, like a page tab. Awesome. It's not time for food yet. You need to be patient. Be patient. And I think I want to take some of this heart-shaped ribbon. I think I want to glue it down. Yeah, we'll glue it all the way down. All the way across. Cut it here. I thought about sewing it on, but I didn't want the black thread to show up through it. All right, I have inked around the edges with black soot, and I think it looks super cute right in there. Yay, another page down. Not sure what to do with this one yet, but, or that one. Here, this is the back of this pocket. Out of a magazine, I ripped out this faded silhouette of two people kissing. And I think I'm going to stick it right here. There we go. I like that a lot, actually. This page, I am unsure about at the moment, so I'm going to move on. All right, on the back of this page, I have the lyrics to a song I really like. It's called Star Matter. It's by Ani DeFranco. I'm a huge Ani DeFranco fan. And it's one of my favorite of her songs. Well, I'm going to gonna glue down the lyrics to the song like they're situated currently. But I want to do some sort of collage work behind it a bit. So that's what I'm going to figure out, and then I'll be back to show you what I've done. Alright, this is what I've got so far. I decided to go against the collage. One of the lines in this song is "We are star matter from the Big Bang," and I wanted to play off of that. I used this rose shimmer metallic paint and this stamp I made of what I attempted to make a starburst kind of thing, and painted on it, stamped it, and then did some rose shimmer splatters. Well, now I decided I want to add some metallic gold, and so figured I'd film that part. And then I've got to dry them. Alright, this is mostly dry. There's only so much I can do with the heat gun because it will bubble my paint, and I don't really want that. Yes. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. I love this page. I love it so much. This song means a lot to me. So, I'm super stoked about this page. It really needs to dry, so I'm gonna let it. So, this is dried. I love it. I'm debating on whether I want to add some little hearts or something, but I really love this page. This song means a lot to me. So I'm really excited to include it in there. And then I've decided to go over here to this page because I have this thing I made back when I started junk journaling. I don't have a video for it, unfortunately. I was following a video tutorial by, I believe, Kathy's Garden. I can link in the description the video for this so you can learn how to make it. And essentially what it is 3 pockets. Oh. So essentially what this is, it's got this little tab here to pull, and you have 3 pockets. And I left these in here just for the sake of showing that they were pockets. I guess it's like a pocket fold-out thing, a 3-pocket fold-out. These will not be in here any longer. I just wanted to show you what it was. And this page, I think, works really well with the colors on this paper I used. So, I think, again, you can't see. I think that's going to be really cute. Glued right there. I actually am thinking about gluing it down so that it is a pocket itself. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get some tacky glue, fold this up, just like that, and that will allow me to have a pocket there as well as a pocket here. Very cute. So this is gonna need to dry, obviously. I thought it would look really cool. I can hide it. I have a few small pieces of scrap. Oh, that looks really good in there. Does this one fit also? Oh, these are such a good size. I'm actually going to stick this one in here. I'm going to let this dry while I figure out what else to put in here. I think I also want to decorate it a little bit just to make it a bit more love themed. I mean, it's very garden themed. All right, I'm going to stamp a few things on other paper and then come back to this. See if I can't find something that works well. All right, I have 4 tags picked out to go in here in this fold out pocket thing. I rounded the edges on a couple of them, left the others straight edged or straight cornered, regular cornered. Anyway, ignore that. Right. So I've got 4 things picked out for tags. On this one, I have a poem by Atticus. Forgive me if I stumble and fall, for I know not how to love too well. I am clumsy and my words do not form as I wish. So let me kiss you instead, and let my lips paint for you all the pictures that my clumsy heart cannot. And I thought it would look amazing right there. And I tore around it. I was trying to cut and I had an issue. And so I decided to kind of grunge it up a little bit so that it looked intentional. Yay, junk journaling. I'm trying to decide if I want to grunge it up a little more. Maybe some vintage photo. I know I haven't been using brown, but there is brown in this paper. And there is a really warm tone in the paper I used for the fold out itself with the roses. Like, it's not white. I love it. Back needs something, so I guess I'll grunge the back of it up as well in the same manner. All right. That will probably be the last time we see vintage photo in this video. Awesome. That's gonna look really good in there. Let that one dry. Now this one I kind of like by itself. I found this on Pinterest. It's from the Art Scavenger. I can link down below where I found this. It's a few vintage Valentines, and I thought one of these, that one's a little tall, it'll have to be this one. I think this little girl would look really cute on here. So I'm going to cut her out and glue her down. And then for this one, another Art Scavenger sheet of vintage Valentines. And I really like these, and I thought it would look good on this paper. So I'm going to cut those out and glue them down, and I'll be back. All right, I've got all these pieces assembled. This one, I did a little bit of red ink on the back. This one you saw me make. This one, I added a little bit of stamping here, and I pressed a little too hard, but oh well. Did pink ink on the back. This one was from one of the ephemera printouts. Did nothing to the back. And then this one I just rounded the corners of, and that was already on the back. So I think the smallest one is going to go here. The biggest one is going to go in the back pocket if it fits. Should have backed it. It is not going to fit. Is it? I don't mind if it hangs out a bit. This one I will stick in this pocket. I really wish she's went further down in there. Will this one go? Yeah, I like that better actually. Let's do this one here. There we go. That adds a little bit of bulk, but I really like it. Yay. That's a lot of writing space, a lot of journal spots. Awesome. All right, I went into the second signature. I had this, I found it on Pinterest and it led me to WordPress, and someone was offering this vintage page. Just printed it out this size, and I think it will look really good glued onto this envelope that I have not decorated yet. So I'm going to cut it out and adhere it, and we'll go from there. All right, so I put a paper doily, part of a paper doily, up here to cover up the postage requirement, and a small piece of scrap lace down here so that both would function as like a tab coming off the page. Now, let's see, what's this page? It's pink. What can I do to this page? Alright, here is what I've done as far as the collage is concerned. I cut out a few paper hearts, and I also found in my stash this lace that was already cut in the shape of a heart. And I want to stick it around here. But first, it kind of gets lost as it is. So I want to dye it red. So move this to the side so that can dry. And then let me get something with which to dye this. I'm going to use a method I saw Louisa Heinzel using. And what she did was she took her Distress Oxide inks and she rubbed them on there and then wet it, and it kind of blended together. So that's what I'm going to try to do. That is really cool. Also, I'm also going to take a little abandoned coral because it's also in that same color scheme. I think that, oh yeah, that's going to pop. I want it to be a bit more pink though. I'm going to try a little picked raspberries. See how that works. Awesome. Now I've got to let that dry. Alright, I have dried this with my heat gun. And I love the way it looks on there. A little bit of that heart peeking out. I love it. So I'm going to get more of this matte gel. Alright, that's where we're going to leave this. I'm going to let it dry and we'll be back to check it out then. So these are dry. I love them both. Alright, so I've noticed that every time I turn this page, this envelope decides it doesn't want to be in there. Of course, now it's not going to do it. Wow. So I think I'm going to put a pocket over here for this to go into. And for this tuck spot, I'm going to put this. I'm going to add an eyelet and something hanging from the top. But it's going to go right in there, and I think it'll fit better and stay in there better than this heavier envelope. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I'm gonna figure out what to put over here for this pocket. All right, so this is what I've done with this tag. I added a little bit of the lacy ribbon that I put on the front and an eyelet, and then I put this fun yarn on it, and that is gonna go right there, and I think it'll stick in there a little better than the envelope did. Now for this page, here's the back of this. So if I sprayed it, it wouldn't be that big a deal. I think I might do that. I've got this, and I want to make a tuck spot for this to go in, because I think with the lace on it, it'll look good. And it'll bring a little more black to this side, and there's a little bit of black accent over here. I don't know, I like the way it works. So it's either that, or that could work. Actually, I think I like that better. And I can do some black lace on it. Okay, well that's what we'll do. We'll use this. Okay, since both of these pages have a heavy like floral theme going on, I decided to use these, and I'm gonna kind of angle them like this because the tuck spot's gonna go here. I'll be able to see a lot of them. And I think I will use picked raspberry for this one. Abandoned coral. I sewed around the edges twice, except not the torn edge. And I'm going to glue it down with some tacky glue. Oh, that's perfect. I like that a lot. There's a lot of contrast between this black and pink, but I think it works. All right, I have this picture that I cut out of a book of photographs. I think I'm going to put it here as a pocket this way. I'm not going to put anything in it yet. Let's use tacky glue actually. Alright, since I put this here and it says a collection of Valentines, on the next page I want to add these little envelopes I made. And I'm going to make a pocket, and it'll be an envelope, a functional envelope, to hold some little Valentines that I printed out from artscavenger.com. And I can put a link below to their site. So I just need to close these up. I think I'm just going to do some stitching on the sides to close or to make the pocket of the envelope. All right, so these have been sewn. I did like a little zigzag. You can't tell. I did like a zigzag down the sides, and this one I just did a straight stitch. For the background, I'm going to use this stamp, and I'm just going to put it in 2 different places. I can't decide if I want pink or red, so maybe I'll do a combo. And then I want to use this Sending Love Your Way stamp. All right, so I added this little stamp. It's from that Tim Holtz mail set. I can't remember what it's called, and I already put it away. So I've used it before in the January video, but it came from a Tim Holtz stamp set. And I cut out 4 of these little valentines. Stick one in. So that's going to get lost. Stick one in there. And one back there. Cute. Very cute. All right. Well, I think we've done quite a bit for this video. I think I'll end it there. I think that's a good spot to end it. So, chugging right along in this journal, and I love it. I'm super excited. Not too many more pages left. Getting closer and closer to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've been inspired to make something of your own, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.